Hi, everybody. So I wanted to make a video about integrative modalities and how um, there's a lot of different modalities out there that can assist with healing. And I just wanted to talk about some of those today. Um, I do plan on um, making more of these style videos with the slideshows talking about more modalities. For this video, I'm only going to be talking about a few. So the topics that I'm going to be talking about today are movement-based meditations. So yoga, obviously just meditation in and of itself and the benefits of that. Just physical movement and exercise and the physical benefits of that. Connecting with nature as a form of spirituality and how all of these kind of play into each other in creating a healing and carving a healing path for ourselves. So without further ado, let's get into those. All right, so movement. As you can see here, I typed up quite a bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and read through some of these to make it a little bit easier for you. And by the end of this video, I do plan on putting these tools to practice in this video. And hopefully you will want to go along with that. So movement. Movement is one of the most beneficial tools for physical self-betterment. There is a difference between exercise and movement. Exercise is usually just planned movement with a certain goal in mind. Movement is just movement, what it means, what it says, if that makes sense. Obviously, not every style of physical movement and exercise is going to be right for one person. So a lot of us might tend to make excuses such as, well, I hate going on the treadmill. You know, I hate being in the gym and lifting weights, or I hate running. Well, great news for you. There are more ways than just going to the gym or going for a run than to exercise than just those. It's easy to make excuses to be stationary, but a great motivating factor is the versatility in the world of bodily movement and exercise is what I should have put in there. So you have a lot of options available to you. For example, yoga is a great option for someone who's interested in more of a mind-body connection, as it can be considered movement-based meditation. So that's just one option for you. There's obviously many, many ways you can get in your bodily movement and exercise. Going outside and running in nature, or just being in nature and doing your exercise there is a great way to get it's a great way to get a good dose of vitamin D, as well as maybe a way to make you feel better about doing that exercise, being in nature in general. We'll talk about this more, but it just provides the best environment for you to promote environment of healing. Thinking about the endless possibilities and how we can move our bodies is a great start when we feel unsure or stuck in a world of excuses for why movement might be too difficult for us. So, what I might recommend is obviously, I'm not an expert, but what works for me if I'm stuck, I like to make lists. So, perhaps sitting down and making a list of possibilities, possible modes of exercise and ways you can get in that physical movement. Um, Maybe you can do some research and see what exercise and physical activity classes are available in your area. Or maybe there's some places you want to go outdoors and you can do some research into that. Just simply making a list and trying things and finding out what works best for you is going to be the best way to discover that. So now we're going to get more into the movement-based meditation. And I call yoga movement-based meditation because essentially to me that is what it is. You are utilizing your breath, pairing that with movement. And I think that it's a great way to kill two birds with one stone. You're working on your connection to yourself and what's around you. You're working on your breath, which helps with your mental state. It helps you be present while also getting the physical nutrients of your yoga practice. So this is why yoga is my physical activity of choice. As a movement-based meditation, there are benefits to choosing yoga as your desired exercise. One of the great things about yoga is the fact that you don't have to perform crazy, insane poses to receive the benefits from that practice. So I am saying a standing mountain pose is enough for you to receive benefits from that practice. It allows you to feel your body and be inside the moment. All you have to do is stand there in your pose and focus on your breath and focus on the mind-body connection, which is what yoga is all about. It's not as much necessarily, at least for me, about nailing a pose or being as good as someone that you can see on TV or as good as people around you in your yoga classes. It's really just about you and your own progress of healing and overall wellness. Let's see. So noticing your breath, which is the key foundation of meditation, is also a key factor in doing yoga. Any type of breath work while performing exercise allows you to be present and clear your mind of those that do not serve you while receiving the nutrients of that exercise in their full capacity. So there are other modes of exercise that could be used as a movement-based meditation. For example, there's Tai Chi, which is a movement-based meditation. It's another form, but it is its own thing. So that is another option in seeking this mind-body connection. All right, we're going to talk about meditation in and of itself. Studies have shown, and I love this, meditation, and more specifically mindful meditation, have altered people's brains. There are almost no parts of our sympathetic nervous system within our control. So our sympathetic nervous system is like what reacts. It's the part of our brain that triggers the reaction that we have in our bodies when we're in a scary situation, when we're stressed out. So think about your heart, your brain, and how your other bodily organs might react if you're in a dangerous situation. Your heart will pound, you'll feel tense, You'll go into fight or flight mode. And there's only one thing left in our control, which is our breath. And that is part of the sympathetic nervous system, which tends to increase. Our breathing does tend to increase in that situation. If we are aware and we're mindful that that is happening during those situations, we can work on our breath and begin to calm down our sympathetic reaction. To observe our breath and control our breath is where change begins in dealing with disorders where our bodies chronically believe we are in dangerous situations. So that's anxiety, chronic stress, even depression. It can help with depression. Traumatic disorders, which goes alongside chronic anxiety. By utilizing the tool of breath, we're able to better manage these ailments, and they all have an impact on each other. So meditation is, for me, it's where it all begins. Our breath is where it all begins. For healing, it impacts every aspect of our being. It impacts our physical and our mental and our spiritual and our emotional and every aspect of our being. So I think meditation is the key to healing, and which is why we're going to be doing a meditation today to open our minds to perhaps a new mode of healing. And this was an image I pulled from an article that talks about how meditation and mindfulness, more specifically, affects our brains and the difference that's shown in day-to-day life, not just while we're meditating, but in everyday life. And mindfulness, maybe I didn't get into this as much. It's the act of just being aware, just noticing and not altering. Meditation can imply that you are altering things, but this is why it's better to go alongside mindfulness, because mindfulness allows you to simply just be in the moment. And it's not asking you to do anything. It's not asking you to control your thoughts or clear your mind. It's simply just asking you to notice. So if you have a thought come in, just notice it. Don't try to alter it. Don't try to control it. Just let it flow and be in the moment. And notice how you are feeling. Notice how you feel physically. Notice how you're feeling emotionally. Notice your environment and touch things around you. And simply being in the moment is a therapy. It's a healing therapy. So, nature. And that's what that other image was about. Nature. And even meditating in nature, which is a step further. But nature, whether you're a spiritual person or not, connecting with nature is spirituality. Spirituality plays a major role in overall wellness, which includes more than just the physical and mental aspects. Nature is something that is greater than oneself. Finding some sort of connection beyond oneself allows you to have perspective and hope. Sorry, my kitty's being needy. Spirituality does not mean going to Mass every Sunday or aligning with any given set of beliefs. The earth is alive, and being with nature has actually been observed to provide health benefits through small electrical currents. Nature is healing, and using another modality such as meditation or exercise while being in nature gives you the most ideal environment to promote healing and wellness. grounding comes in handy when being in nature for these reasons. A grounding exercise is a form of mindfulness. It allows you to not only connect with things around you, but it helps you be in the present moment and kind of bring you back down to earth if you're feeling like you're high up in a panic episode or anxiety or having a lot of that. It kind of reminds you that things around you are still there and you're not floating off to another dimension. You're not going anywhere, and it brings you back to where you need to be. Doing this in nature, I think, in my opinion, is much, much better than doing it anywhere else because there are actually electrical currents in the earth that provide health benefits. And just the healing environment of nature in general, and remembering that nature is there will probably be the best environment for you to heal when you are dealing with a struggle or an episode of anxiety or panic or depression. So now I want to go ahead and do a meditation for you guys. If you're not feeling like you're in the mood to do meditation, you can always pause the video here and do it some other time. That's totally up to you. But what I want you to do is first find a comfortable position and a comfortable seat. If you'd like, have your feet flat on the floor while sitting upright. You can lie down if you feel that's what's most comfortable for you. I like to sit upright with my feet flat on the ground because that helps me feel more connected. And just rest your hands gently on your lap. If you're feeling more open to receiving energy, go ahead and lay your palms face up. If maybe you're not feeling that right now and you have enough on your plate and you don't feel much like receiving much in this moment, I want you to go ahead and place your palms face down and just let your eyelids get a little heavy. Allow your eyelids to grow heavy. And I just want you to begin to notice your breath. How does that feel for you today? Is your breath perhaps a little shallow, or are you feeling calm in a state of relaxation, or are you feeling perhaps a little anxious or stressed out? I want you to just simply notice those feelings and notice your breath. Just continue to notice. And as you are noticing these things and how you're feeling in this moment, I want you to just sort of begin to think about some of the things that were talked about in this session. Has anything clicked with you? Is there anything you look forward to trying at this point in the future? I want you to begin to deepen your breath a little bit. Inhale a little deeper, hold a little longer, and exhale a little longer for a few breaths. I want you to envision yourself doing the things that it is that you feel that you need to do for yourself in order to have this healing and begin this healing journey. See yourself doing those things. Continue to notice your breath. Deepen it a little bit more. Take the deepest breath you've taken all day. Are there any thoughts that are troubling you or are relentless? Think about why it seems like maybe you can't let go of certain thoughts. And when you feel that you can't let go of certain thoughts, just simply return to the sound of your breath and what that feels like. Imagine what that looks like. The air filling your body and your lungs. Imagine it filling your entire body. And then the release. And when you're ready, you can return to this moment. And slowly blink your eyes open and smile. I appreciate you guys watching this video today and participating. And I look forward to the next time that we meet. And yeah, thank you. Have a wonderful day.